Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. Welcome back to the Black Album, your boy, Brother Kush. Look, on this video, I want to talk about the District Attorney of Florida, Monique Worrell. Hope I pronounced the last name correctly. Who was just suspended by Governor DeSantis for dereliction of duty. Now, this is a good topic, man, because topics like this expose what's really going on within the so-called black community, how we see things. You know, we went hard and way overboard over the prosecutorial record of Kamala Harris. You know, dudes couldn't, we couldn't stop pointing out how she would charge people, how black people with the harshest of crimes, and see to it they got the stiffest of sentences, you know what I'm saying? And we went on and on about how hard she was, how she just didn't give a damn about a black person coming through that courtroom. But now you got a sister that's refusing to do these things. And where's her support? Now we got a black woman that was actually in that position that said, you know what, I'm not gonna charge people with these charges just because they want me to. I'm gonna look at the individual cases and decide based on the case to do it. Because the truth is, prosecutors have a lot of discretion in how they charge you, and how they charge you is how you will be punished. It starts with them. It doesn't matter what you go to prison, what you go to jail for. How that prosecutor charge you is the only thing that really matters. And we've seen time and time again where you have several suspects on one case. Multiracial group of suspects. All the black dudes get charged with the harshest of statutes. The white boys get charged with misdemeanor. The white girls get charged with misdemeanors. Go home or get a slap on the wrist. The blacks on the case go to jail for the rest of their damn life. This has happened again and again and again and again. But you CONSERVA-COONS never have a problem with that. But where's the support for the woman that says, you know what, I'm not doing things like that. I'm not going to just sit here and be charging these black people with the harshest of statutes just because I know that's what they want me to do. Because that's what this is all about. This is about playing into the system. They put black faces in certain positions because they don't care, because they expect the black people in those positions to also play along with the status quo and the rules. But when you get a brother or a sister that refuse to play along, this is the kind of stuff that happens. I don't want to get too technical on the legal aspects of it, but I want to talk about our response, because truthfully, I heard about this by accident. There's no protests going on, there's no rallies going on, there's no outcries. Black YouTube is quiet. I don't see none of these black people doing videos, but y'all can talk about what Kardashian's doing, y'all can talk about what Kanye doing, and y'all can talk about what all these other people doing. Y'all could gossip all day, y'all could talk about some older black woman hitting the wall and all this stuff. Y'all could gossip and nitpick all day. But now we have a situation that actually requires that we shed some light on, and it's solid. We don't hear nothing in the black YouTube spaces. Why? Because you CONSERVA-COONS don't really care about black people. Y'all don't care about equality. Y'all don't care about fairness in the justice system, because y'all feel the same way Republicans do about black men that commit crimes. Y'all feel like it doesn't matter how small the crime is, they need to be thrown away. But the problem is they don't throw away the white boys that commit the same crimes. That's the problem. If everybody was getting thrown away, that would be one thing. But it's not right when we getting thrown away while they go home. That's what's wrong about it. And that's why they set it up so that the prosecutor can have discretion in how they charge people. It was always about that. The mandatory minimum sentences was always so that the judges don't have a say in your sentence. That was to take the judge out the equation, which means it's all based on how you are charged. I'm sorry, I had technical difficulties doing editing. So let me make this example, because this was a good example. You see, the thing is, a lot of judges can't charge you 1,000 years, can't give you 1,000 years for a small crime. Let's say there's a mandatory sentence on something like stealing a pack of bubblegum, for example, right? And there's a mandatory sentence that said that you have to get 1,000 years for stealing this pack of bubblegum. Then a judge has no choice but to give you 1,000 years for stealing that pack of bubblegum. But let's say there's another statute on there that allows for that same crime to be a misdemeanor. So now the discretion is really up to the prosecutor how they charge you. So one black man, a black child, could steal one pack of bubble gum, and he can get sentenced to 1,000 years per the mandatory minimum. On the other hand, a white boy could steal a whole box of bubble gums and get charged with a misdemeanor, get a smack on the wrist, and go home. So you see, the discretion to how you are punished is really dependent upon how you are charged. So if you are charged a certain way, your punishment will be a certain way. And what they wanted this female to do was charge black people in ways where they would get the stiffest of sentences, while probably charging the white people in softer ways. Now, they're not going to tell her to charge the white people in softer ways, but it's going to be implied. It's going to be implied that this is what you do. You chop the heads off of niggas, and you let crackers go free. So hopefully my audio is fine from here on. Enjoy the video. And that's why they gave that discretion to prosecutors. So understand what that discretion was all about. Let's get into this, man. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to receive notification when I drop more videos. You don't hit the bell icon, you won't you won't know when I drop a video, because I do not trigger the algorithm. YouTube does not like me. So help the channel, participate in the channel somehow. Go in the comment section, drop an emoji, a smiley face, thumb down, middle finger, it doesn't matter. Drop something in the comment section just to help the algorithm, help the channel out, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into this, man. So we have this sister named Monique Worrell. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. And let me pull her up. Now, before I get into this, let me say this here. During this whole COVID thing, you had a lot of you CONSERVA-COONS type niggas celebrating Governor DeSantis, you know what I'm saying? Because he was one of the first governors to buck against Biden with all this COVID stuff. And that was cool, because I agree with him on that. But the reason why you can't co-sign these people, and the reason why it's hard as a black man for me to align myself with any type of conservative white people, is because their reason for doing what they do is not the same reason why you do what you do. And the COVID situation is a prime example of that. I wasn't taking a shot either. I wasn't getting involved in that stuff either. I wasn't playing these COVID games. I didn't want to be locked down. I was bucking. But my reason had nothing to do with COVID. I don't like their shots, period. I don't trust the medical industry, period. I don't take any medication. I do everything natural, you know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, we hook up a concoction for ourselves. We make our own tincture, but she makes the tincture. She makes tinctures for us, you know what I'm saying? We make our own medicines from herbs, you know? So, I'm not the kind of person that will run down and get a shot anyway. Got nothing to do with COVID. But most Republicans were only bucking against this because it had been politicized. It had been made into a Democrat versus Republican type thing, liberal versus conservative type thing. So all of the conservatives were taking a certain position, but they wasn't taking that position based on health, because a lot of them eat bad, a lot of them fat, out of shape. It had nothing to do with health with them. They was bucking against the so-called Democrats and the liberals. And that's the problem. So praising Governor DeSantis during that time for his stance on this whole Kojo thing, I wasn't doing that, bro, because that had been politicized. You know what I'm saying? It became a political thing, and I just didn't. He was going to take the opposite side of the Democrats. That's just what they was going to do. They was going to do that anyway, right? We got to understand as black people, this is why you can't beat this system from within this system. You cannot fight this system from within this system. Because they're not going to put you in a certain position unless they believe you are going to do what they want you to do. And if you don't do what they want you to do, they're going to try to figure out a way to remove you. I'm going to get to that in a second. They're going to try to figure out a way to remove you. But who can find something wrong with, avoiding charging juveniles in a way that sentenced them to prison? Why would you want to ruin a juvenile's life if you don't see it as being necessary? Shouldn't we be trying to give them a second chance? We always talk about how people are children. So if a 19-year-old dude has sex with a 15-year-old girl, you want to throw him away forever, talking about he's a child. I mean, she's a child. She don't know no better. But now if a juvenile commits a crime, he's a grown man now, as long as he's black. If it's a white juvenile, no, you got to let him go home. You gotta pat him on the wrist and give him a second chance. But if it's a black juvenile or Mexican juvenile, now we gotta throw them away forever, put them in prison, ruin their lives for a mistake that a child, as y'all call them, for a child's actions. This is the hypocrisy behind what y'all do. So, and this stuff about her, she was also accused. He also accused her office of limiting charges for child pornography. I don't know nothing about that. I haven't seen anything to substantiate that, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But see, child pornography, again, is a very broad term. I'm not gonna get into that on YouTube because I don't want the video flagged by the algorithm. But that topic is a very, very, very broad topic. It's like dealing with all of these sexual attack type charges on women. You know, the definitions are so vague and so ambiguous, you know what I'm saying, that almost anything could qualify for anything given any set of circumstance or the way you want to word it or the way you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what they're talking about here. But she says something right here, and I want y'all to look at this here. I am your duly elected state attorney, and nothing done by a weak dictator can change that, she said, adding that under this tyranny, elected officials can be removed simply for political purposes and by the whim of the governor. And no matter how you feel about me, you should not be okay with that. Ding, 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 ding. And that's the point. Now, this is where I want to go at with you conserva-coons. Because no matter how you feel about her, the fact that a governor can remove an elected official, she doesn't work for him. Y'all got to understand that. She does not work for the governor. She was elected by the people. She is not beholden to the governor. That's why he created an executive order to suspend her, and I'm not even sure if that's binding. I'm not even sure if that's legal. In fact, from everything I know and understand, it's not legal because she doesn't work for him. She is an elected official. That's the same. If that's the case, he can remove a judge. He can't remove a judge. He can't suspend a judge. He don't have that kind of authority. That judge is there by election. Unless you can prove criminal actions against this lady, you can't just remove her for dereliction of duty because she is using the discretion that is built into her job description. You can't fire her for that. The discretion is given to her to make. So what I want to know is, where is the outrage from you pro-blacks right now? Where are you Black Lives Matters niggas? Where are you constitutional conserva-coon niggas? Because this is wrong. That's wrong. It would be wrong if it was a white person. It's wrong in this situation. It doesn't matter who it is, because they do not work for the governor. They are elected officials. They gotta run for office. The people put them in that position by vote. So where's the outcry for this lady? Where's the push to have her reinstated? Y'all not gonna do it, man, because y'all don't really care about justice for black people. This lady put her head on the chopping block. She went out there. She did what y'all claim y'all wanted Kamala Harris to do. You know what I'm saying? This lady actually went out there and said, no, I'm not gonna just willy-nilly, prosecute, black people. You know what I'm saying? They got another picture of her on here. I'm not gonna just go on there and willy-nilly prosecute black people, under these harsh-ass laws, just to placate to these devils. She said, I'm not doing it. But where's y'all support for her? See? Her press conference barely had people there. Where's the support for her? Where's Black YouTube talking about this? Where's Lisa Cabrera? Where is the outcry for what this lady is going through? Y'all don't have it. It's not there. Because y'all don't really care about these kinds of things. Y'all don't care about justice. Y'all don't care about how we are treated in the system. Y'all say whatever y'all say to go along and get along with whatever social political side of the spectrum that you standing on. If you're standing with liberals, you'll say and do whatever they want you to say and do. If you're standing with conservatives, you'll say and do whatever they want you to say and do. Because if all the attorneys were black, say if the shit just somehow reversed and all of a sudden all the attorneys are black, you know what I'm saying? That somehow a law passed or something happened where you don't get no more white states attorneys, but you still have a majority white legislator. What they're going to do is they would then legislate that discretion out of the hands of the prosecutor. They left that discretion there because they want the racist white states attorneys to have that discretion, but they don't want her to have that discretion. And that's the problem. That is the problem. So where y'all at? Why y'all not coming to this woman's aid? One more time, we'll look at her. Why y'all not coming to the woman's aid? Why nobody's saying anything about what she's going through? Why nobody is saying that this is wrong? See, because they threw that child pornography thing in there. Now y'all scared, you know, that scared y'all. But she is still right. See what she said right here? It doesn't matter how you feel about me. You should not be okay with that. That's the only line that matters. She is a duly elected state attorney, and she cannot be removed by a governor, not legally. So her legal team is actually looking into it now, and I think they can get that overturned. But the problem is, how long would it take to get it overturned? Because see, our legal system is so out of balance right now that, you know, I used to go through this during the time of Obama. Everybody always talking about either the Republicans be on one side talking about Obama passed an executive order. You know, he issued more executive orders than any other president in history, and I'd be like, but executive orders are not laws. They have no enforceability of law. And then on the liberal side, they be talking about he got the power to issue executive order to change this. He can change this with executive order. I be telling them, executive orders are not laws. He cannot change anything with an executive order. So the problem is the people in America are so ignorant when it comes to how law works, how the legal structure works, that they honestly believe an executive order is a law. It's not. So I'm not even sure if he can suspend her by way of an executive order. So this is going to be a very interesting case. But anyway, but where y'all at? Why y'all not supporting her? She did what she was supposed to do. She didn't want to throw the book at young kids, you know what I'm saying, juveniles making mistakes, because y'all call them children. So she treated them like children. So they mad at her for that, you know. She's using her discretion to decide, you know, whether or not she wants to, you know, throw a dude away for the rest of his damn life or give him a shot, you know, later on down the line, charge him differently where he have an opportunity to come home and start over. That's her discretion. That's within her discretion. Nah, but see what they wanted, what they really expect for them to do is throw the book at the blacks and let all the whites go. That's what they wanted her to do. So anyway, I want to know where y'all at right now on this here. How come nobody's coming to this woman's aid? Why we don't have black YouTube full of videos coming to this woman's defense? Y'all could gossip all day. Y'all could do all this low vibrational content, you know what I'm saying, that gets buku views, which only says how fucked up we are as a people, because we gravitate towards that stuff. You can't have a serious talk with us because we don't like serious talk. Y'all gravitate towards all this low vibrational content, gossip, petty type shit, childish shit. But now we got a situation where we actually have a sister that was in office that wasn't throwing a book at every black person that walked through the door like Kamala Harris did. You know what I'm saying? And she got no support. Black YouTube should be full of content supporting this woman. But you know why it's not? Because y'all don't really care about that. Y'all don't care. Because half you niggas was in a prosecutor position. Y'all would throw the book at niggas too. Y'all would slam us left and right. Y'all criticize these people when they get in office, but the truth is, 99% of y'all, if y'all was in them positions, y'all would do the exact same thing that Kamala Harris did. Because y'all already expressed these views towards us. Y'all already say how much y'all hate Pookie and Ray Ray and how much y'all hate Shanae and Shaniqua and all this stuff. Y'all already express y'all disdain towards black people. You know, y'all already express y'all displeasure towards anything and everything we do. Yeah, you would throw the book at us, and yeah, you would give white folks a break. You'll just be like the rest of these Negro coons in office. You'll be doing the same thing that white folks do to us. The only difference is it'll be done to us by a black person. And you sit here and you criticize that right now. But now you got a situation for you to express, or shall I say, separate yourself from the rest of these people, and none of y'all are doing it. But that's why the black alpha is here. That's why the black alpha is here. I support Monique Worrell. I hope I pronounce her name. She got a hard name. It's Worrell, something like that. Worrell. I support Monique Worrell. You know what I'm saying? Because she did right. The discretion is given to her to use. That's why it's called discretion. And she should not be penalized for using the discretion that's given to her by law. If the people feel like she's doing something wrong, they can vote her out in the next election cycle. But for her to have her removed when she's done nothing criminal, that's just not right. That's just not right. That's just not right. And it shows that no matter how you feel about DeSantis and this whole Kojo thing, he ain't nothing but your run-of-the-mill typical racist. That's all he is. That's all he is. This lady is only doing what's in her right to do. And she should not be held, she should not be penalized for doing it just because she's using that discretion for a change to the benefit of black men, women, and black juveniles. That's what she did wrong. Make no mistakes about it. Where y'all at? Where's her support? She has no support because you niggas don't care. That's y'all problem. I'm Brother Kush, aka the Black Elf. Salam.